Hello my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, hope that everything is great with you guys. Today I'm going to talk about 8 very popular fragrances that Jeremy and other fragrance reviewers in the community promoted or maybe are promoting right now that really sucks in my opinion. And I'm gonna tell you why in a second, so let's start the video. Okay, so the first fragrance I'm going to talk about was heavily promoted last year. It was a lot of different campaigns about this brand. It just came from nowhere and I tried it and I said, what is this? Like I don't really, and all the bottles I got 3 bottles for free and they asked me to promote this. All started to leak and the fragrance wasn't that cool and it smells really weird in my opinion. Santa Lucia, you have all seen this. A lot of reviewers, everyone that you've seen this promote this got paid, just to let you know. Just to let you know. Look at this bottle guys, look at this bottle. See if we can focus how it leaked here in the cap. How it leaked here and it's all yellow and stuff in this cap and I don't really know. So this is the first one. Smells very generic. I mean, why do you want to buy this fragrance to a really high price point when it smells exactly like designer fragrances for 1/3 of the price, in my opinion? This is only, in my opinion, a marketing type of scheme, not a scheme, but I don't really think that these fragrances are being sold anymore. So they lasted 1 year and maybe that says it all. The next fragrance, guys, is Layton. It's so hyped and so promoted. Okay. And I'm just gonna wait for the hate comments here. Gonna take a little popcorn. Just hit me with the hate comments, guys. Just hit me with the hate comments. That I have a bad nose. That I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a connoisseur because you love Layton. Guys, Layton lost to Adidas Victory fragrance for $7. From 1 to 10, what would you give B?
6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Fresh or sweet fragrances on guys? What would you prefer?
Fresh.
Fresh?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. And then you're gonna hit me with, girls don't know what they're talking about. You know, there was a big campaign. Parfum did a big campaign. They bought a lot of reviewers. 2 years ago maybe. They gained over $10 million in revenue just for that campaign. To ask them to promote Layton especially. Just to let you know guys. And I don't say it's a bad fragrance and bad fragrance brand. But as heavily that fragrance is promoted, there are other similar alternatives that you can buy both from niche brands and also designer brands that will perform equal to Layton, that will smell better to you and of course smell better to the ladies, because don't give me that bullshit that you don't really care what girls say. Why do you wear perfume anyways if you don't really care what people around you think? I think that's just bullshit. And also cooler fragrances, because it's a little bit overworn nowadays. So that's a fragrance that I don't have because I don't feel it's worth investing in and I don't really like it. It's too sweet, I don't really think it smells like a good crafted fragrance in general. But that's just me. So I think that is super overrated and sucks basically. And I'm just waiting for the hate comments in the comment section. So just hit me with it. I'm having my popcorn here, so just hit me with it. Another fragrance that I have that Jeremy promotes still to this day. I don't really understand why, because there's so many other great alternatives. This is David of Coolwood. I have it because I got it on discount for a while back, but you see I haven't used it at all because nowadays there's so many better DNAs out in the world that when this was released I can understand why people bought this and it was super popular. And when this was released the first time it was a very good DNA. I can't say anything about that. And okay, if you like the classic smell of this one, I get you get nostalgic vibes maybe from your grandfather, maybe from your father. I get that 100%. But just don't lock yourself into the position that you might buy this, even though this is cheap. You can get better performance for similar type of price fragrances out in the market, and also better reactions, better longevity in my opinion. But if you're a little bit older guy, maybe this works for you, but I think this doesn't work anymore nowadays. It's not a modern type DNA. I think the flankers are even better. They have some cool water intense or something that's a little bit more modern twist that I think performs even better than this original. So this one is another one that, in my opinion, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. Next up is a fragrance that is not bad, but it sucks in certain type of situations. It does really suck, because I tried it in those type of certain situations. Maybe the most popular summer fragrance to this date, it's Nautica Voyage. Why does this suck in the summer? Well, I tried this summer, comparing this fragrance to two other very popular fragrances. You can watch the video on my channel. It's in the middle of July, I think. And this one gave me a little bit of rash, and it developed to something totally different when you had it on your skin in the high heat and the high sunshine. So that's why I think this fragrance sucks. And it doesn't smell bad, but I think there's the lack of natural ingredients that they don't have in this fragrance. That's just fact. They don't have natural ingredients in this fragrance. They couldn't, because the price is so low. That's just a fact. And that doesn't cope well with people with sensitive skin like myself, you know, a pale ginger. We can't do the chemicals, you know. You know, the sun is shining, the heat is building up, the sweat is running on my forearms, and I got a rash from this fragrance. And it's starting to smell like marzipan. So that's just a note to you guys, that if you are buying this as a summer fragrance, be sure to spray this on your white t-shirt or your clothes in general, instead of smelling or spraying this on your skin, because you can get a rash as well, and it's not so fun if you're going out on a boat trip or something like that. You're gonna meet a lot of people and you get a red rash on your forearm, or on your, even worse, maybe on your neck. So keep in mind that this is a synthetic fragrance. It performs good, but it's not so sensitive to your skin. So that's why I think Nautica Voyage sucks in the high heat if you spray it on your skin. It's fine if you spray it on your clothes, but we know this by now, guys. Another fragrance that I think sucks is Salvatore Ferragamo F Black, that Jeremy hyped up to the skies like 3-4 years ago, and I tried it. I don't have it. I think it's only peppery, and it smells very like old school masculine, like some of the older fragrances from like 10 years back, 20, maybe 20 years back, 15 years back. It's only a very heavy peppery type of fragrance with an alcoholic synthetic type of vibe, in my opinion. Okay, I don't really know if you can buy it anymore. I think it's very overrated, and I think it sucks, because even though it's very, very inexpensive, and it was very inexpensive when he promoted it, I think there's so many more alternatives to that fragrance. If you want the masculine fragrances, there's much better alternatives in that type of cheap price category. So Salvatore Ferragamo F Black is a little bit overhyped, or was a little bit overhyped. But maybe you watch the old Jeremy fragrance videos and you see, oh, maybe I should buy that one. Maybe try it in a sample first, because it's not so fantastic in my opinion that he says it is. And it's not so cool like a Wolf of Wall Street type of fragrance. Then just buy Dior Fahrenheit or something like that. If you want a masculine great fragrance, I think Dior Fahrenheit Parfum is the best version, especially when it dries down. Amazing smell and dry down for Fahrenheit Parfum. So that's my personal recommendation, even though Fahrenheit Parfum is much more expensive, of course, that's Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. But better to save up your money, get some quality juice with better ingredients than some synthetic mess. Another one that Jeremy and other reviewers hyped, but special Jeremy, and I don't really know why, is Halloween Man X. Listen to the name, Halloween Man X. I mean, what is this mess? This is the most synthetic mess I've ever smelled in a fragrance. It's like, smells a little bit of a coffee in there, and it smells very sweet, and it's just chloe. And I don't really get it, you know, why people hype that fragrance. Okay, it's super inexpensive. I thought, okay, I'm gonna look up the price on that fragrance. I found it on Notinu for like 20 bucks for a big bottle or something like that. And said, I'm gonna buy it or not, I don't really know. Then I got a sample from a friend who owned it. And I'm like, is this everything? Does it get better or not? And I just sprayed it on my wrist, and I waited, and I said, oh, maybe it's better in the dry. I don't know. Doesn't last so long on my skin, and I think it's better to jump up a little bit of a price category to get some very good designer fragrances. Buy Spice Bomb Extreme, by Spice from the original. They're much better in my opinion. So there are so many better alternatives if you just jump up a bit. So I don't really get why he promotes a very inexpensive fragrance that is basically a synthetic mess, in my opinion. Doesn't last so long. It's a, you know, you can feel the chemicals almost when it sits on your skin. It felt like a burning sensation on my skin when I sprayed it. I almost got a little bit worried, you know, like a burning sensation. First it was very cold on my skin, then it turned hot. Like I'm like wondering, is this approved, all the ingredients in this fragrance, or do I have to be worried now? So I don't really know, guys. So keep in mind that when you buy really cheap fragrances, they might not be the best for your skin because there are a lot of chemicals in these fragrances, and I don't really know exactly if they're all approved for the safety of your health. So yeah, that's another fragrance. Another guys. And why I think this sucks, this fragrance. I don't say it's a bad fragrance, but I say it sucks because it's so hard to pull this off. As if you have a small fragrance collection, guys, and you buy this one, I think you should put your money on a similar type of fragrance that is more versatile. I don't say it's a bad fragrance overall, but it's very niche-y. And I don't mean niche as the brand, but it's a niche type of situation fragrance, and this is ultra male. It's a niche type of situation fragrance because unless you are very young, very playful, then you have a hard time to pulling this off as an everyday scent. I'm just gonna say it straight out, and I think it's fantastic in the dry down and blah blah blah, and as well as some other fragrances, but it's very hard to pull off. So if Jeremy is saying, or some other people are saying, that this is a staple in your collection, you better have a lot of other fragrances that you can use. So this one I wouldn't recommend to any guy or girl who are just having who are just having 1 or 2 fragrances and they're just starting their collection, because this is something that you just purchase if you want something extra, something playful. You have your staple fragrances, you have your office scents, you have your summer fragrances, you have your little bit more casual fragrances, and you want a very playful fragrance in just certain type of situations. Maybe once a month you can wear this. Ultra male. And I will say that instead of buying this one, if you want a similar, it's not similar in the type of scent, but it's very playful as well. Beau, try this one. It's better in the likability factor overall. I think girls really like this. This is super underrated. This is super underrated because the big channels, they don't mention this, so people don't try it. And then they think it sucks because the man in white just said it didn't surprise him in a positive way one time when he first smelled it. So this one I think is very underrated, and I really like it, and it's better versatility than Ultra Male. You can wear this in much more situations than Ultra Male. So that's why I think Ultra Male sucks much more than this one. And it's equal in the performance on my skin at least, and girls, yeah, they really love this fragrance. So that was some fragrances that I think can suck in certain type of situations. And yeah, let me know, guys, do you agree with my list? Have I missed some fragrance in this video that you think sucks? Or do you think I'm wrong? I might hear some fragrance haters out there, some connoisseurs. So I get my popcorn again. I get my popcorn. I'm just waiting for the hate in the comment section because I'm so used to it now when I bash on the popular fragrances. But if you want the truth or paid reviews, that's up to you, my ladies and gentlemen. You get the truth here. Even though it's hard sometimes. But let me know in the comments. And just so everyone is clear, this is just my opinion. Of course you can wear what the hell you want. I don't really care what you wear. You shouldn't care what I wear. These are just recommendations and my honest thoughts on these fragrances. I hope that you're having a fantastic day, especially to all the haters in the comment section. Hope you have a fantastic day and gets a little bit more happy. after you type your comments. Bye bye!